The Final Level. Farewell from Game Informer. After 33 After 33 thrilling years of bringing you the latest news, reviews, and insights from the ever-evolving world of gaming, it is with a heavy heart that we announce the closure of Game Informer. From the early days of pixelated adventures to today's immersive virtual realms, we've been honored to share this incredible journey with you, our loyal readers. While our presses may stop, the passion for gaming that we've cultivated together will continue to live on. Thank you for being part of our epic quest, and may your own gaming adventures never end. What a crock of crap, dude. That is such a. So, as a avid gamer, I've been reading these since I was a kid, man. Let's talk about it. So, the longest running gaming publication had a random stop August 2nd. It's not random because we already knew that GameStop was going down, but to be honest, one of the Game Informer being one of their highlights, I could understand them wanting to do the whole digital thing and no longer doing paper, as it's just not important to a lot of people anymore. But to me, it very much so was, but a lot of people don't care anymore. I can understand that. But to kind of just close it out completely while y'all still sitting around trying to sell us Funko Pops and accessories in store, um, I don't know, man. It just feels like a slap in the face because this is one of those key things that kind of made GameStop a place to go initially because it was just like very informative, very it has a lot of high information, but it also had really, really cool. I loved every cover, well, at least most of the covers, and I used to collect them. I still got a big box. Talking about the Arkham Asylum Game Informer, just a big box of all the games that were coming out. And I used to go to the back and kind of read through the publication like completely because I thought it was really, really cool. And I know I remember when they shrunk it and made it smaller. I was not too happy about that, but it was still something to gravitate to when you went into GameStop, or at least that was something that I used to gravitate to because I always thought maybe the person here isn't that most informative, but they at least have a publication or they tie to a publication that does have some pretty informative information around new releases, new games coming out, blah, blah, blah. To kind of just throw that all away, it just kind of feels like a slap in the face. And it feels like they honestly just didn't care because it didn't have any build up. It didn't have any way to kind of say, hey, can we save this? Is there a way for this to go independent? It just kind of say, yeah, we're gonna shut it down and throw up this little blurb. I don't know, man. It just feels very much so like a slap in the face. I'm not saying that I supported GameStop throughout my entire life. I'm saying that I have bought and purchased games and you sell used games and provided some profit to them over the lifetime of my gaming experience. And I think one of those key things was because Game Informer was there, it was allowing me to make informed decisions when there wasn't really that much of an internet around. Understandably so, time has changed. Things has been reintroduced. People are a lot more savvy about their dollar, so it's not really needing this type of publication. But the reliance on that is relying on Game Informer was for like essentially the masses still, or at least a good portion of people that just didn't want that informed about what was coming out, what's new, and it just felt like it still had its place, regardless of they're not having the biggest online exposure or biggest online presence. I felt like they're just having that website still around in the physical format still available was a big key. And when they got rid of that, it did take a big hit for me in regards to its value. But to go away, man, I don't know, that's too much. But I jumped over on Reddit, like I always do, to kind of see what was going on here. And this was going to be their last cover issue. Um, and it's going to be around Dead by Daylight. Not that, not that interesting of a cover, um, but then you kind of go into people saying if they come back independent, they'll pay blah blah blah. I don't know how much that is. And then we got the people that are trying to preserve Game Informer at the min max in their Discord, which is really cool that they're trying to preserve it. But like, there's a lot of history, man. Look at some of these iconic covers. For Def Jam, you talking GTA 4, Uncharted. Like, they had this very good way about presenting media, especially with the covers. I felt like it was just such a cool thing, and to not have it anymore, I don't know. It just felt like something. A lot of our history in gaming is just being erased daily. It's just getting erased with the E3. And you got the Summerfest now, and it's just not the same. Nobody cares to go to um, Gamescom. It just feels like everything is just kind of like, yeah, whatever. And I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything new that is coming out. Like, the people that are doing new things are actually meaningful things. Is like Xbox, but they still have a large presence at Gamescom, and they have a large, technically E3 or Summerfest presence, but they're still like on their own thing. I think when they started breaking out doing their own thing, it was a problematic. It wasn't really bringing in the business that it needed to, or generating the amount of income that it needed to. Um, and I felt like they were on something when they kind of opened it up to the general public, allowing people to kind of see these things and it be really meaningful. I understand that it was mostly meant for uh, these types of publishers to kind of come out and do it, but I feel like it's just something's missing in the gaming community that everybody can attach to and everybody finds value in. I think the stuff that we did find value in is getting erased, like, completely, dude. It is pretty sad, to be honest, but I don't know. What y'all think about this whole mess? Do y'all think Game Informer wasn't that big of a deal? To me, I felt like it was one of those things where, regardless of how bad it was doing, it should be held up simply due to the longevity of it and the history behind Game Informer. And understandably so, if you're lacking the ability to move forward in a right way, how do you restructure it? How do you make it better? But to just erase it, man, that's crazy. And all of its history, no, 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 no. It's too good. It was too much. It's too good. But that's what happened, man. So, with that being said, what have you guys heard? What have you seen about this? And what do you think should have been the move? If you don't have a thought of that, how do you feel about it? Just in general. I feel pretty bummed. I feel like it's like a slap in the face. I feel like I'm obviously I was still subscribed to Game Informer to this day. Even if I wasn't getting it in the mail anymore, I was still subscribed to it. Was I reading it as often as I should? Probably not, because I was able to find that information elsewhere. But just off the justification of it being bundled with GameStop subscription, I felt like, yeah, I still like this. And really, it was a lot of times where I would get the GameStop subscription simply due to the Game Informers. Um, because there was no value at it for GameStop to me. But yeah, it just feels like, I don't know. They're shifting their gears to try to be more. They try to have more value in the store and less like digitally or online or in different ways like the publication. But honestly, I don't feel like I engage with any of the things that they're trying to do now in regards to sales or any of that, because it just doesn't feel necessary. I think the way that we game now and the cost of gaming has risen so much that everybody just decides to wait. Nobody's buying new games. Everybody's waiting until, prices drop to go out and purchase. So really there is a hard hit to their used market, and I'm trying to see, one of the things that was key for me was this. So it just feels like they could have probably revamped it, came back new with a stronger subscription, or yeah, subscription that would allow us to kind of maybe get some type of revamped Game Informer in a way that it just felt more meaningful, like reissues of something. I just felt like it's just not as valuable to them as it is to the gaming community. I don't think they had a pulse on that. At least not the Game Informer, but maybe this the higher ups. So, anyways, I'm talking too much about this, but I just wanted to kind of express my thoughts on it. It does suck. Um, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts and why you feel as if either it was a bad or a good thing. All right, that's it. Peace.